Now we come to Sutta 106, Anenjasappaya Sutta, the way to the imperturbable. Thus have I heard. On one occasion, the Blessed One was living in the Kuru country at a town of the Kurus named Kammasadhamma. There the Blessed One addressed the monks thus, "Monks, Venerable Sir," they replied. The Blessed One said, "Monks, sensual pleasures are impermanent, hollow, false, deceptive. They are illusory, the prattle of fools. Sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come. Sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come. Both alike are Mara's realm, Mara's domain, Mara's bait, Mara's hunting ground. On account of them, these evil, unwholesome mental states, such as covetousness, ill will, and presumption, arise. They constitute an obstruction to a noble disciple in training here." Stop here for a moment. So here you see the Buddha's attitude towards sensual pleasures is very clear here. The Buddha says, anybody talking about sensual pleasures is a prattle of fools. And sensual pleasures are Mara's realm, Mara's domain, Mara's bait, Mara's hunting ground. And it's because of sensual desire, sensual pleasures, that evil, unwholesome states arise. Also, when we enjoy sensual pleasures, there is this tendency to lust, crave for it. We have read some other sutta where the Buddha says it is impossible to enjoy sensual pleasures without the tendency to lust for it, to crave for it. If you enjoy it, then you have the tendency to lust, to crave for it. So also the Buddha says sensual perceptions, also the same thing. There's this tendency to crave for it. So a person on the spiritual path, he stays far away from sensual pleasures. Also, if you remember, when we talked about the 12 links of dependent origination, the 12 links that leads to suffering, the origin of suffering, it is stated that being arises, the perception I am or I exist, the ego arises when there is craving and attachment. When you have craving and attachment, the ego arises. I want this, I cannot do without this, I cannot live without this, and all this. So that's why here it says, on account of sensual pleasures, all the evil, unwholesome mental states arise. Okay, to continue. Therein, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come, etc., constitute an obstruction to a noble disciple in training here. Suppose I were to abide with a mind abundant and exalted, having transcended the world and made a firm resolution with the mind. When I do so, there will be no more evil, unwholesome mental states such as covetousness, ill will, and presumption in me. And with the abandoning of them, my mind will be unlimited, immeasurable, and well developed. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is confidence, he either attains to the imperturbable now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his, leading to rebirth, may pass on to rebirth in the imperturbable. This, monks, is declared to be the first way directed to the imperturbable. So here, as we mentioned before, the imperturbable refers to the fourth jhana and the arupa jhanas. But here, since it is mentioned, my mind will be unlimited, immeasurable, and well developed. So it refers more to the arupas. Although the commentary says this only refers to the fourth jhana, but it could well refer to the arupas, more likely. Again, monks. So here, this noble disciple, that means this monk, he frequently attains this imperturbable state. That means the fourth jhana and the higher jhanas, the arupas, and he acquires confidence in this space. That means he is very familiar with these fourth jhana or the arupas. And so on passing away, either he is reborn in the imperturbable, those formless realms, or if he decides upon perfecting wisdom, that means if he decides to become an arahant, to become liberated, then he doesn't go for rebirth. Again, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: there are sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come. Sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come. Whatever material form there is, all material form is the four great elements, and the material form derived from the four great elements. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the imperturbable now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the imperturbable. This, monks, is declared to be the second way directed to the imperturbable. Again, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come. Sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come. Material forms here and now, and material forms in lives to come. Perceptions of forms here and now, and perceptions of forms in lives to come. Both alike are impermanent. What is impermanent is not worth delighting in, not worth welcoming, not worth holding to. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the imperturbable now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the imperturbable. This, monks, is declared to be the third way directed to the imperturbable. Again, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come. Sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come. Material forms here and now, and material forms in lives to come. Perceptions of forms here and now, and perceptions of forms in lives to come. And perceptions of the imperturbable. All are perceptions. Where these perceptions cease without remainder, that is the peaceful, that is the sublime, namely the base of nothingness. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the base of nothingness now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the base of nothingness. This, monks, is declared to be the first way directed to the base of nothingness. Again, monks, a noble disciple gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut considers thus: this is void of a self or of what belongs to a self. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the base of nothingness now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the base of nothingness. This, monks, is declared to be the second way directed to the base of nothingness. Again, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: I am not anything belonging to anyone anywhere, nor is there anything belonging to me in anyone anywhere. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the base of nothingness now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom. On the dissolution of the body after death, it is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the base of nothingness. This, monks, is declared to be the third way directed to the base of nothingness. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha is talking about a noble disciple who frequently enters this base of nothingness. In this base of nothingness, he feels that this is, as mentioned in section 7, this is void of a self, or what belongs to a self. He realizes in this state that there is no self, everything is empty. Also in section 6 it says, where these perceptions cease without remainder, that is the peaceful, that is the sublime, namely the base of nothingness. But actually in the Digha Nikaya Sutta number 9.16, it is said there is still in this base of nothingness there is still a subtle but true perception. There is still a subtle perception. It's not that there is totally no perception. There is still a subtle perception. So here, when a person attains this base, constantly enters this base and acquires confidence in this base, either he can attain arahanthood when he perfects wisdom, or if not, then he is reborn in the base of nothingness. Again, monks, a noble disciple considers thus: sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come; sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come; material forms here and now, and material forms in lives to come; perceptions of forms here and now, and perceptions of forms in lives to come; perceptions of the imperturbable, and perceptions of the base of nothingness. All are perceptions. Where these perceptions cease without remainder, that is the peaceful, that is the sublime, namely the base of neither perception nor non-perception. When he practices in this way and frequently abides thus, his mind acquires confidence in this base. Once there is full confidence, he either attains to the base of neither perception nor non-perception now, or else he decides upon perfecting wisdom, on the dissolution of the body after death. It is possible that this consciousness of his leading to rebirth may pass on to rebirth in the base of neither perception nor non-perception. This, monks, is declared to be the way directed to the base of neither perception nor non-perception. Stop here for a moment. So here in the same way, this monk constantly abides in this base of neither perception nor non-perception and acquires confidence in this meditation, then either he becomes an arahant or he is reborn in the base of neither perception nor non-perception, this formless realm. So here, this it's only here that perception cease without remainder, this base of neither perception or non-perception. Earlier we said that the base of nothingness, there is still a subtle perception, but here the consciousness is about to go off, so there is no perception. When this was said, the Venerable Ananda said to the Blessed One, "Venerable Sir, here a monk is practicing thus. If it were not, it would not be mine. It will not be, and it will not be mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning." Thus he obtains equanimity. Venerable Sir, does such a monk attain Nibbana? Stop here for a moment. This quotation, if it were not, it would not be mine. It will not be, and it will not be mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. This is from the Khuddaka Nikaya. I think the Sutta Nipata. So the Buddha says, if a monk considers this and he obtains equanimity, one monk here, Ananda, might attain Nibbana. Another monk here might not attain Nibbana. What is the cause and reason, Venerable Sir, why one monk here might attain Nibbana while another monk here might not attain Nibbana? Here, Ananda, a monk is practicing thus: if it were not, it would not be mine. It will not be, and it will not be mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. Thus he obtains equanimity. He delights in that equanimity, welcomes it, and remains holding to it. As he does so, his consciousness becomes dependent on it and clings to it. A monk, Ananda, who is affected by clinging, does not attain Nibbana. But, Venerable Sir, when that monk clings, what does he cling to? To the base of neither perception nor non-perception, Ananda. When that monk clings, Venerable Sir, it seems he clings to the best object of clinging. When that monk clings, Ananda, he clings to the best object of clinging, for this is the best object of clinging, namely the base of neither perception nor non-perception. Here, Ananda, a monk is practicing thus. If it were not, it would not be mine. It will not be, and it will not be mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. Thus he obtains equanimity. He does not delight in that equanimity, welcome it, or remain holding to it. Since he does not do so, his consciousness does not become dependent on it, and he does not cling to it. A monk Ananda, who is without clinging, attains Nibbana. Stop here for a moment. So when a monk understands this, if it were not, it would not be mine. It will not be, it will not be mine. This is referring to the past. If it were not, it would not be mine. Guess the past person, if it did not exist in the past, I would not now be mine. It will not be, and will not be mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. So this body and this mind, this personality has come from the past. And if this person understands the Dhamma, then he is abandoning this self, this ego. And if he understands it, it attains equanimity. But if a person clings to the equanimity, that means the base of neither perception or non-perception, he does not attain Nibbana. But he does not cling to it. The Buddha says he attains Nibbana. It is wonderful, Venerable Sir. It is marvelous. The Blessed One indeed has explained to us the crossing of the flood, independence upon one support or another. But Venerable Sir, what is noble liberation? Here, Ananda, a noble disciple, considers thus: sensual pleasures here and now, and sensual pleasures in lives to come. Sensual perceptions here and now, and sensual perceptions in lives to come. Material forms here and now, and material forms in lives to come. Perceptions of forms here and now, and perceptions of forms in lives to come. Perceptions of the imperturbable, perceptions of the base of nothingness, and perceptions of the base of neither perception nor non-perception. This is personality as far as personality extends. This is the deathless, namely the liberation of mind through not clinging. Thus, Ananda, I have taught the way directed to the imperturbable. I have taught the way directed to the base of nothingness. I have taught the way directed to the base of neither perception nor non-perception. I have taught the crossing of the flood, independence upon one support or another. I have taught noble liberation. What should be done for his disciples out of compassion by a teacher who seeks their welfare and has compassion for them, that I have done for you, Ananda. There are these roots of trees, these empty huts. Meditate, Ananda. Do not delay, or else you will regret it later. This is our instruction to you. That is what the Blessed One said. The Venerable Ananda was satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words. That's the end of the sutta. This part about that phrase, let's check what the notes say, 1017. The note 1017 says, according to the commentary, if the round of karma had not been accumulated by me, now there would not be for me the round of results. If the round of karma is not accumulated by me now, in the future there will not be the round of results. What exists, what has come to be, are the five aggregates. The first part of the formula again seems to be a condensed formulation of a view held by non-Buddhists. Several suttas identify as an expression for the annihilationist view adapted by the Buddha with new meanings assigned to it. So here they're talking about karma, might be, or more likely it's about this personality. If there was not this personality in the past, it would not be mine now. So if you can understand the Dhamma, so you can eliminate this personality, so it will not be. And if it will not be, and it will not be mine. You have no more I, no more mine. What exists, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. This personality that has come to be, I am abandoning. I'm walking the path to abandon it. So instead of the The commentary says it's concerning karma, but I don't think it's concerning karma. I think it's concerning the personality. If this personality were not in the past, it would not be mine. And if you can cultivate yourself until you will not be, that means there's no more I, no more self, then it will not be mine. What exists now, what has come to be, that I am abandoning. I am practicing the path to abandoning of this personality. Do you have anything to discuss? Otherwise, I go into another sutta. Okay, we go to 107, Ganakha Moggallana Sutta. To Ganakha Moggallana. But anyway, we just recap this last sutta where the Buddha says that if a monk, he starts off by saying that sensual pleasures are the prattle of fools. Also, it's Mara's realm, Mara's domain, Mara's bed, Mara's hunting ground. An account of sensual pleasures, all unwholesome states arise, and they constitute an obstruction to a noble disciple in training. After that, the Buddha talks about how to attain the imperturbable, that means reborn in the realm of the imperturbable, either the fourth jhana or the base of boundless space or the base of boundless consciousness. If a monk wants to be reborn there, he must constantly abide in this state of the imperturbable and acquire confidence in it. So either he is reborn there, or if he directs it to knowledge, then he becomes liberated. And similarly for the base of nothingness, and the base of neither perception nor non-perception. And for Nibbana, the Buddha says must not cling to anything. Does not cling to anything, then he can attain Nibbana.